welcome to Whiteland Restorations and another exciting episode of
A Week in the Life of Whiteland Restorations.
What have we got booked into this week?
We have got undersealing on the Escort, obviously.
Not only that, we've got an MX5 to underseal.
We have a motorbike that's getting its fairings painted.
Yeah, sorry
Bit of
Sam,
road
you dropped that
rash.
on the floor. Now we're publicising that.
We are. The gravel rash will be repaired.
Yes.
We have also got to wash your mum's work.
Oh, that's very dirty.
We've got a little bit of help from our sponsor for this video
We've got a
this
little
week.
bit of a sponsored section of the video.
Yeah, we have a battery booster pack that we're going to be putting through its paces.
And finally, we've got a Mini coming in for a small scratch repair and a bumper.
A John Cooper Works
And
Mini.
if we're lucky, we might get to do some E30 stuff.
And if we're super lucky, Lewis might fix the drop links on my Yeti.
That's not going to happen.
Clunk, 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 clunk,
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
We
Right.
better get on because we have only got 5 days this
ticking,
week.
time's ticking.
Time's ticking. That's a real watch. That's a fake. It's 2 hairs past 12.
I drew it on yesterday.
Right, guys, let's get on with it.
Right, guys, we'll kick it off with the motorbike fairings for this week, I think. Fairly nasty scratch, very deep bit of gravel rash on this one. So what we've got to do, knock it back until it's smooth enough. We might have to put a bit of stopper in some of the deeper scratches because we don't want to take too much of the plastic away. Chuck a bit of primer on it. That's the first stage of this job. Let's get on with it. All nice and sealed up, ready for many more miles motoring. Next time you see the car, it will look $1,000,000. Right, it is the next day and we are ready to prep for some paint. So let's get prepping for Paintwork. We're going to be using this lovely 500 soft pad sort of material, and we're going to be doing it wet flat, which will really help wash away all the clogginess, and it'll really just help speed the process up. So let's get on with it. No time to waste. Second job, MX5 lovely little car, needs a bit of a polish. In fact, it's a very solid little car, but it does need one patch underneath, so let's go and find out. One little patch just of there. So Mojo's going to get that welded up, and then we'll give it some rust treatment and some schuts in underneath, and it will live for many, many more years. So what were you doing? Show us. It's fairly violent, but that chassis was extremely flat, just like this side here. All full of jacking marks and crushed, maybe forklift marks even. But that is really straightened out. Good job, mate. Keep it up. How embarrassing, I got a run. Oh dear, looks like we'll have to show you how to deal with that. Runs happen, which is why we have things like this. This is called a Mercer shark's tooth. It has extremely sharp corners, which is great, because all you have to do is hold it on the surface and drag it over, and it will pick up that run and scratch it right off. And then all you have to do is sand it smooth and polish it out. But we're in a very tricky situation because this corner is very sharp. And if we're not careful, we could very easily polish through that corner. So we're going to be taking it easy, but we need to remove the run. It's not very pretty, is it? Hold it nice and flat against the surface of the paint and slide it over, and the sharp edge will just take off the high spots. It's a very clever little bit of kit. So we've got most of that out to the point where you can barely feel that run. You really can't feel it at all. So now I would normally continue scratching at that with the shark's tooth until all of these bits were blended together continuously. But we've already started scratching away at this outer edge. So this plastic must be slightly concave. And I do not want to burn through this edge with polishing, because then we're back into repainting it. So we're going to just gently sand the rest of that away and buff it out, and it will be completely gone. So we're just going to use a bit of 2000 wet and this little acrylic block that we make at Whiteland Restorations. That is going to be beautiful. Right, so the next stage is just a bit of polish. So we're going to use this raw 610 extreme cut and this little woolly mop head on a little tiny battery powered polisher, which I find very convenient for small things just like this. Again, very gently, because it's right on that edge. You want to work up to the edge, not over it, because it's just going to burn through. And there we go, no more run to be had. It's hard to focus on anything, but you can see that that run is now gone. completely dead. Let's try the top-down starter. Right, we've got 100% power. That's connected up. Still says good. Right, if this doesn't crank it over, you have to come out and hold the boost button down, which disengages all safeties, and it will start it then. So let's see if it's got any grunt power in it now. Still nothing. Right, power on. My car is completely dead, so we're going to press the boost button. The little green light comes on, you can already hear the car's alive. Next to start, this truck also has a flat battery. Let me show you. She tries, but she won't go. Mojo's here assisting. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Turn the power on. I'm going to stick it into boost mode to make sure it's going to do it. Are we ready? This will fire straight up, I guarantee. It's such a good bit of kit, that. And we are running. Beautiful. What a good tool. Still 100% batteries. The last job of the week, a lovely little Mini to repair a very small damage just of there. So as you can see, some fairly deep scratches. That one's really gouged at the plastic. That's actually distorted very slightly just through there. Just through this section here, and there's also a couple of very, very faint scratches there. Not worthy enough of a repair to take the entire bumper off and strip everything out. I think we're just going to repair this one in situ and do a nice cost-effective repair for the customer. So let's get on and, well, I think we should start by cleaning actually. Clean it all down, get rid of the water, the still water that's on it, that's no good for anything. And start the repair. Let's go. Right, after cleaning, we better protect the bits we don't want to damage. Now we've got it all protected, let's knock it back with a bit of 180 and this lovely flexible Durablock. Right, my filler of choice for this is going to be a tiny bit of stopper, just to put in that dent. It won't take that long at all. Now we're dry, we're going to knock it down with some 180. Shape is looking beautiful. Next thing to do is just scotch around the edges, get it ready for some primer. Mask in, remask. Slap a bit of primer on, and then we'll be back tomorrow to get the paintwork done. So let's get on with it. Right guys, next day here in the workshop. This is all set beautifully now and looking really good. So to start with, we're going to block it down with a bit of 320 using the same flexible Durablock that we did last time. Finish up with a bit of 500 wet flat, remask, and then we'll be ready for some paint. So let's get cracking, shall we? And there it is guys, job is an actual good one. That repair is nice and invisible, a little bit of polish there, but that'll wash out. Yeah, so the repair all went really well. The repair on the back went really well. That's the end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Ooh, what are we going to do next week? Ciao. I've already done my checks and I've got enough aluminium to carve out